What's up, everybody? Liquid Fire Tibby here, and I've got a little how-to or a tutorial for you here on a soft-modded homebrew Wii that I've put all kinds of little goodies on. Now, yours may not have all of these. Don't fret. Some of them I'm still working on getting everything working for correctly, and some just I can't get to work at all. So let's go ahead with the ones that I know do work. We got Atari 2600 here. Just going to go ahead and hit start. Give this a second to load up. Now here, if you're using just a Wiimote by itself, which is all you really need with this one, because Atari just had one button and a joystick, you can roll it left and right in your hand to emulate the paddles for games like some of the racing games, and Kaboom, anything else that used the paddles, which is pretty cool. So we're just going to go. I'm not really worried about the controls or any advanced stuff. You're just good to go. Like I said, it's only one button. We're going to hit A and start the emulator here. And it's going to give us our list of games. Tons of games I have in here. We're at almost 800. Pick whichever game you want. Doesn't matter. Oh, I just saw Missile Command. Where'd that go? Oh, here. Miss Pac-Man. And just hit A. And we'll start the game up. And change the modes. Start button started the game for me. And you just play with your D-pad like normal. Got you. Alright. Hit the home button. Hit the home button. You'll come back here. If you're just using the Wii Emulator to point, you can point down to quit. Or if you're on a classic controller, just hit the home button again, and it'll bring us back out to the main Wii menu. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. They're all pretty much the same. Alright, right here, this first one, FCE Ultra. This is for the NES. We're going to go ahead and start this one up. And for the Nintendo, you only had 2 buttons and a D-pad, so you can use your Wiimote sideways, or you can use any of the classic controllers, GameCube controller. It's up to you. So again, got hundreds of games here. I even have all kinds of custom hacks that I found online and put on here. Don't really need to worry anything about the settings. Pick the game you want. Hit A. It's going to load right up. Plus some start and select buttons. 1 and 2. B and A. And your D-pad. And I always do that on this game, and I use that by mistake. And these work, no problem. You can hit your home button, which will pause the game and bring up a menu. Start button also pauses. But this will bring up a menu where now we have save and load. So this will save a state and load a state. So you don't have to wait for checkpoints or save points or any of that nonsense. Come right in here, save your game right where you are, come back, load it up, pick up right where you started off. Resets the game that you're playing. Main menu. Whoops. Main menu here will bring us back to choose games. Again, you could point to exit or hit the home button. And it'll bring us back to the main menu. And we're going to go over here. SNES 9X. This is for Super Nintendo. And this is going to look and function exact same way as the last one did. Well, I guess you could use a Wiimote sideways for these. SNES had 4 buttons plus the shorter buttons, so you're going to want to get a classic controller. Again, all kinds of games. Got different custom games at the top there. Pick your poison. Here we go, F0. Hit A to start it on up. And you're good to go. Hit the home button, we got the same save and load options. Reset just resets the game that you're playing. just like on the other one. And we'll go down to main menu to come back to the game. Back to the main menu here. And now this one says Game Boy Advance, the VBA one here. It's more than just Game Boy Advance. It does all the Game Boy stuff. It'll do regular Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. So I actually have mine separate in folders as well as custom games. Pick whatever you want. Let's go on Game Boy Advance here. And I mean, we can pick up, load up, Pokemon Leaf Green. Anybody? And bam, we've got Pokemon on the big screen. Pretty cool. Home button, again, is going to bring up your save and load options, as well as your reset, and back to the main menu. All three of these are the same. If you want to go back and change back to Game Boy Color, come all the way up here to the top, and you'll go back, pick the other ones that you want. You can go ahead and load them up. Point to exit, and it'll kick us back out to the main Wii menu. Alrighty, I do have a Nintendo 64 emulator on here. This one's kind of iffy. Some games work real well, some games kind of work, some games don't work at all. This one's a little bit different. You have to come in, load ROM, tell you where you're loading the game from, so mine are on the SD card. Pick which one you want to play, it'll load it up for you, okay, and then you'll come down and play your game. I'm not going to start it, because like I said, some of these kind of crash out, so I don't even put this on Wii's that I set up for people. It kind of causes issues. But it is there, it is available. If you want to deal with the headaches that come with it, be my guest. Alrighty, we got Sega here. This one's pretty cool, because this does quite a few of the older Sega systems. So the game, we got Mega Drive, which is the regular Sega Genesis. Sega CD. I'm not sure what the SG-1000 is, to be completely honest with you. Game Gear and Master System. Now, no matter which one of these you hit, it's going to bring up the same file system, but make sure you're in the right one for the games that you're loading. So Mega Drive, we got a bunch of games here. You can pick whatever you want. When you go into Game Gear, we got the GG ROM set here at the top for the Game Gear games. Oh, what was I gonna play? Here we go. You can load and save just like you can in the other ones here. Load game will bring you back to here, so you can load up a different game. We're gonna go ahead and exit. Whoops. Menu as you have when you first come in the emulator. It's under controllers. So if you ever change in the controller that you're using with this, you have to tell this one which one you're using. This is the only one I've run into that does this. So first you have to tell it what you want to emulate. There's all kinds of different Sega controllers here to emulate. Your best bet is to just leave it here on the Mega Drive gamepad. Come over here to player 1 or player 2. Click on it. And our pad type, 6 button or 3 button. I'm going to use the 6 button because I have 6 buttons on my controller. And then you have your input device settings. So we can turn it off, we can use just the Wiimote. Mine will show the classic controller. If you plug a GameCube controller in, that'll be there too. And this is the important part, is you have to set this input device to whatever type of controller you're using, or it's not going to recognize your button presses, and it's just going to annoy you. You can also configure your keys, make your buttons be whatever you want. Pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and back out of this. Go back, whoops. Back out. We're going to go ahead and exit. Alright, and that's going to do it for the emulators that I'm going to go over in this video, yes, you will see that I have MAME and Neo Geo CD and PlayStation sitting down here. But I haven't gotten those working. I think I have the wrong ROMs for Neo Geo. I don't have a BIOS for PlayStation, and my MAME stuff is just all kinds of whacked out. So one thing I do want to show you is on the ones that I do, since the N64 stuff doesn't really work that great, you come down here on the SD card menu, load this up. Alright, now once we're here, on all the ones that I do, this will be filled with N64 games. I got a bunch of other stuff on here too, but you can just come over here, pick your N64 game, hit start as you would with anything else, give it a couple seconds, and it'll launch for us. Now it is going to yell at me and tell me that I need a classic controller, which you do. I think GameCube controllers should work as well. And then, playing on the N64. Home button works just like it would with any other Wii game. And we can go back to the main menu. So that's how we're going to take care of the Nintendo 64 on here. And there's one more emulator that I completely forgot about to show you here. It's up here. It's called PC Engine, also known as TurboGrafx. So we're going to go ahead and load this guy up real quick. Title screen will go away in a second. There we go. And you got your games list. Let's come down here. Hit the A button, load up the game. We got Bonk's Revenge. Pretty cool. Home button will give you a menu here. You can save and load game states just like the other ones. Game exit will bring you back to the list. Hit the option to go back to the Wii menu. So that covers all the emulators that we have on here. Now to get to the new stuff, newer stuff, if you will. Wii and GameCube are on USB loader GX here. So we're going to go ahead and start this guy up. Make sure you got your external hard drive plugged into the lower or outside USB port before starting this up. USB drives will hang up for a second or two. Just give it a second, it'll go. So we got our Wii and our GameCube titles here. You can scroll through all kinds of stuff. Go ahead, we got Melee. You can go ahead and click on here, load this guy up. Hit start. Now this is going to give us a Nintendo Don't screen here because it is still running through an emulator. It'll load up everything, and then now from here on out, it's going to function and act just like a regular GameCube game would. Just gotta give it a second to load. There we go. Now I got Smash Brothers, and the nice thing is the way this is set up. It didn't ask me here because I already have it created, but it does virtual memory cards, so you don't have to worry about GameCube memory cards. You save your games straight to the system. Home button is going to bring us back to the USB loader, so we can pick another game. Just give it a second to initialize again. It's got to read all of our stuff. And if you want to play a Wii game, you just pick your Wii game. Let's say Mario Kart. Oh, I don't have regular Mario Kart on here. I actually have Mario Kart Black, which is a custom hack of Mario Kart. But Wii games, you can just go ahead, hit start, load those up just like you would any Wii game. Yeah, this one's a little bit different. Ha ha ha. Played with Mario Kart, and this one's actually pretty cool. I like it. But yeah, it plays just like a regular Wii game. Hit your Wii button, you can come back. Wii menu. And from these, is it going to kick us back? I believe Wii menu from the Wii games will actually take us the whole way back to the Wii menu. Yes, it will. So that pretty much wraps it up here, guys. Loader. If you have that on your system, you can take Wii games, actual discs, stick them in, and install them straight to your hard drive. And you don't need the disc anymore. Put it in the case, put it on the shelf, keep it nice and pristine and working good, and play your games off your backups. So I'm Liquid Fire Tippy, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my live streams on Twitch. I'm here on YouTube every day with new gameplay footage, and I'll make some more tutorials.